What if the key to speaking English fluently isn't about sounding like someone else, but about being more authentically yourself? Today, we're diving deep into that idea. Welcome to the Speak English Confidently podcast, where we help you build clarity, courage, and confidence in your English journey. I'm Alex.
And I'm Jamie. Today's episode is called Be True to Yourself. We'll talk about something many English learners struggle with: accepting that English is not your first language, and that our accent and your natural pace are completely valid.
Exactly. You don't need to sound like a native speaker to communicate well. You just need to sound like yourself, clear, calm, and confident. And to help us explore this, we have a fantastic guest.
We do. Please welcome Elena, a project coordinator originally from Europe, now working in an international team. Welcome, Elena.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for inviting me. I'm happy to share my experience because I know many people feel pressure to sound native, and I've been through that myself.
Elena, I'm so glad you're here. Can you tell us about a moment when you felt self-conscious about your accent?
Of course, when I first started working in an English-speaking environment, I was very aware of my accent. I worried that people would think I was less professional or less capable. There were times when I paused to find the right word, and I felt embarrassed, as if I was slowing the conversation down.
That feeling of slowing things down is something I think a lot of learners can relate to.
Absolutely. But over time, I realized something important. People understood me. They listened. And they didn't mind the pauses. The pressure was coming from me, not from them.
That's such a powerful realization. It's almost like we create this barrier in our minds that doesn't actually exist in reality.
Many non-native speakers feel the same pressure. We think our accent is a problem, when in reality, it's simply a part of who we are. It's a marker of our journey.
And accents are not mistakes. They're signs of your history, your culture, and your first language. They show that you're multilingual, which is something to be proud of. Think of it like a unique stamp on your communication.
I agree. Once I accepted that my accent is part of my identity, I felt more relaxed. And when I relaxed, my English actually improved. It's like the stress was blocking my fluency.
That's such an important point. Confidence often grows when we stop trying to hide parts of ourselves. We're talking about embracing your authentic voice.
Exactly. It's about clarity, not imitation.
So, let's break down why having an accent is perfectly fine and why pausing is normal. It seems simple, but sometimes we need to hear it directly. Okay, point number 1. Your accent shows you're multilingual. It's a strength, not a weakness. It's proof that you've navigated multiple linguistic systems.
So true. And, moving on, clarity matters more than sounding native. People care about understanding you, not where you're from. Focus on getting your message across effectively.
That's so true. I always tell people, prioritize being understood. Don't get hung up on trying to mimic a specific accent.
And here's a big one that many learners don't realize. Pausing is natural. Even native speakers pause to think, organize their ideas, or choose the right words. Yes, and pausing actually makes you sound more thoughtful and professional.
It shows you're choosing your words carefully. Elena, you mentioned that you used to rush to sound more fluent. How did pausing change things for you?
I used to rush my sentences to sound fluent, but that only made me more nervous. When I allowed myself to pause, my communication became clearer. People actually seemed to listen more intently. It's like pausing gives you control of the conversation rather than feeling controlled by it.
I'm with you. Pausing is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of control.
So, to recap, we're focusing on embracing your authentic voice. And a key part of that is giving yourself permission to pause. It's not a flaw, it's a tool.
Absolutely. And let's practice that a little. We're going to say a few affirmations, and we encourage you to repeat them after us.
Okay, I'll start. My accent is part of who I am.
I can speak at my own pace. Pausing helps me express myself clearly.
I don't need to sound perfect to communicate well.
I am confident in the way I speak.
Great job, everyone. These affirmations help build a healthier mindset around speaking English. It's about reframing how we see our accents and our pace.
Right. So, if there's one message we want you to remember today, it's this. You don't need to erase your accent or rush your words to be a good English speaker.
Your voice, your pace, and your background are all part of your communication style. Embrace them. They make you unique and interesting.
And give yourself permission to pause. It's not a flaw, it's a tool.
So, what's one small step our listeners can take this week to embrace their authentic English-speaking voice?
Maybe try recording yourself speaking and focus on clarity and pacing rather than trying to eliminate your accent. You might be surprised at how effective you are.
That's a great idea. Thank you so much for sharing your insights with us, Elena.
Thank you too. It's my pleasure.
And thank you for joining us on this episode of the Speak English Confidently podcast.
If this conversation helped you, consider following the podcast and sharing it with someone who's also learning English. And remember, be patient with yourself. You're doing well.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you in the next episode. Have a great day.